What's up, my people? What's up? What's up? We are back. What up with y'all on this Sunday? Give me 1 second, y'all. I hope everybody's feeling. I hope everybody's been chilling on this Sunday. Everybody's relaxed. Uh, some of y'all, you're probably sitting home chilling, watching TV, or just out with the family. Whatever y'all doing, I hope everybody has enjoyed their Sunday so far, and everybody's just been relaxing. Um, Sundays are always the day for that. But I just hope the vibes is good. Tomorrow is Monday. A lot of us got to get right back out and go do what we do. But for today, I hope everybody's resting and chilling. Sunday's a great day to sit back and watch a movie or something, man. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I just finished watching once again after watching it. I don't know how many times I just finished watching Cotto versus Mosley. Um, I've always got to watch that fight, but I've just glanced at it. But I had to go back and watch it again. So I was just sitting there doing that. Probably end up watching some more boxing before the night is up. Just spend time with me and the missus, which is very important. But tomorrow will actually make 18 years since Miguel Cotto and Sugar Shane Mosley had that epic battle on November 10th, 7 in Madison Square Garden. I could have saved this for tomorrow, but tomorrow's a busy day, so I said, you know what? Why not? Let's get it on today. So let's get ready to get it going. So for my regulars, for my first timers, for anybody coming through, check the channel out. Who just might have got the word to come through and check it. You might have saw my YouTube shorts, whatever. It doesn't matter, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right. Um, we're doing this today because later on I want you guys about 7 p.m. I want you guys to go subscribe to my brother TD Sports Talk. TD Sports Talk, my brother Thomas. He'll be on at 7 p.m. I want y'all to go check him out. My brother BBO Boxing. I want you guys to go check him out. Uh, all my guys that's pushing great content. I want you to check them out. Everybody who's doing what they supposed to do, go subscribe to all of them. Okay, so let's take it back. November 10th, 2007. Well, let's start with today. Today is a very important day because the day before that, on November 9th of 2007, my son was born. My oldest son, who turned 18 today. Um, Happy birthday, baby boy. It's his 18th birthday today. Also, happy birthday to him. Uh, Around this time, it was very important because the very next day, I remember my son was born on a Friday. The very next day, it was Cotto and Mosley at the Garden. Um, Super epic. I always had been a fan of Mosley. Cotto, I was just getting to know. I really didn't check Cotto out until probably when he fought Paulie, which was the year before. I think that was about April, May of 2006. Um, which he beat Paulie pretty bad. Uh, I remember going to see Cotto against Judah. That was June 9th of 2007 at the Garden. And much as I would have loved to make him and Shane, couldn't make that because my son was born. Um, when you go back and watch that fight, I'm not going to say we don't get fights like that today. But the fight turned out to be a chess match. When you go and look at that first round, the first couple rounds, first 4 or 5 rounds, and a lot of people were expecting Shane to go in there and get rid of Cotto, and some people probably was expecting Cotto to go in there and do the same thing, but it didn't necessarily happen like that. With Shane being the older gentleman at this time, I believe Shane is what 34, 35 at the time, maybe, and Cotto is only 26. Cotto's probably like 2 years older than me, about 26, maybe 27. You would expect him to get him out of there, but we have to remember that Sugar Shane Mosley has been around for some time. What's going on, Vay? I see you. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. So he's been around for some time. Miguel Cotto. Um, every dog has their day, and everybody has their way. Is always out with the old and in with the new. Miguel Cotto wasn't from the Shane Mosley era. Two different eras that just happened to meet. As I'm sitting there watching the fight, and I'm looking at some rounds, I'm like, yeah, I think for the first time, I might have gave Shane about 2, 3 rounds. Maybe, from watching it, but Shane did better. It's not like he did better than we thought, and it's not like Cotto just washed him in all 12 rounds. The same cut that Cotto had in the inside of his lip that he had against Zab Judah got reopened. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, we trying to get there. So he had the same cut in his lip in the same fight and got his, I believe his eye. So it was a tougher fight than what people thought. That fight could have went any way. Yeah, Angie, it opened again. So look at Angie. Angie know her boxing. It opened again, which I was there to see the first time when it happened. But I don't think enough people give that Cotto and Mosley fight enough credit, because even back then people were still going with the popular fighter, because at that time the winner out of that could have went on to meet the winner out of Ricky Hatton. Rest in peace. They would have went on to meet the winner out of Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather, but it seemed like even at that time Floyd had no interest in Shane. And Cotto, I don't know if that was anybody he wanted a part of, but he sure was going for Shane to win that fight by knockout. I don't know why, but that's who he was going for. So they didn't. I guess he had no interest in it. But anyway, that Mosley and Cotto fight could have went either way. It was pretty damn good. The crazy thing about it is Floyd never ended up fighting Cotto at that time, and we thought that would have been next, and but it is what it is. But when you go by each round, and I believe Cotto said this in one of the podcasts he was on when he was up there with the rest of the fighters. I believe he said that, don't quote me, but I'm going to go back to it, that Shane Mosley was probably one of the most difficult ones that he had been in there with. Um, because Shane still had something left in the tank. Um, you know, Shane was always criticized because of the whole drug allegations, and in the De La Hoya fight, I believe it was the first one, might have been the first two. So people were still criticizing him, and there were some people who started to write him off already, even at that time. It's funny because they didn't want to start giving credits until after he beat Antonio Margarito, when he beat the dog shit out of him, that's when everybody's like, oh my God, Shane's the truth. Which, fighters are not perfect. Things happen. But I did give him at least 3 rounds in that whole fight where he did pretty damn, maybe 4. Now, y'all might say y'all might see more. I will definitely go back and watch again. Yeah, he definitely he was always somehow done. Yeah, he was always somehow the underdog. Yeah, he definitely was. Now, if we look at the losses that he had came off, Winky Wright, um, Jesus Christ, Vernon Forrest, rest in peace, Vernon Forrest. He could never get Vernon Forrest. Jesus, he couldn't get Vernon Forrest for nothing. Vernon Forrest beat him twice. Jesus, B, I'm telling you, it's just some people who have your number that you can't beat. Vernon got him twice. Winky Wright got him. I can't think of the last person who got him before he got the Cotto. Jesus Christ. Can't remember who was the last person to get him. But, yeah, he's been, if you look at his resume is not too bad. You know how you look at some guys and you go, their resume is suspect. Um, he didn't really have a, suspect resume to me. I would have probably loved to see Shane Mosley fight Trinidad back then, like way back. I think they might have been close to the same weight class or right under each other. I wish I could have saw that, but it is what it is. But when you looked at Cotto's resume, not to discredit his resume, but his resume wasn't really like Shane's. When we knew who Paulie was. Paulie wasn't everybody's favorite, but we knew who Paulie was. Zab was up there, but Zab was still getting that. Y'all know the criticism. Y'all know the criticism that he was getting. Yeah, that definitely would have been epic. That definitely would have been epic. I wanted to see that at the time. And when I'm not talking about in the 2000s, but far as going back to maybe the 90s, Trinidad versus Mosley would have been stupid. Um, I might get into talking about fantasy fights, throwback, something like that. I remember I mentioned it before. But even with the Zab, people were like, yeah, all right, Zab was already done. Mayweather beat him. This person beat him. Costa Zoo already put him on his ass. Um, but then as you look at Cotto's resume, he got people on it. He got Paulie on it. He got Shane on it. He had Zab on it. He would have had Antonio Margarita on it. That shit just went left. So his resume is pretty good. Yeah, he was doing pretty good. He was doing pretty good. He just, I don't want to say he wasn't disciplined. I can't say what was on his mind. Um, I'm gonna probably get Zab up here too. I've had Zab in the past on my show on Instagram when I used to do my Instagram lives, but I'm probably gonna have him here and we're gonna relive that fight. I want to go back to that one particular because that one was a game changer. And boy, had Zab would have won that, I'm sure that would have changed his that sure would have changed his life. But Mosley and Cotto, and I'm just watching the end of it and watching damn, I almost got his name already. Asking him at the end. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stick with me. Stick with me. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm definitely going to reach out to him about it. I'm going to reach out to him about that. I want to reach out to him not just about that fight, but other fights, because Zab for that, he fought at 47 and all that. He fought at 40, so to get his opinions on this will really be something important. But when I look at how that's crazy. I forgot his name already. That interviewed him, but anyway, they asked him, about a rematch with Cotto, and I never thought about a rematch and what that would have been like. A rematch in Cotto or Shane, would the results be the same? I don't know, because the first fight was good. We don't know how the second fight would have turned out. Well, maybe if Shane gas tank wasn't the same. Could Cotto stop him? I don't want to say knock him out, stop him. We don't know how it would have went, but the rematch, it probably would have been better off having the rematch because him winning it didn't get him a fight with Floyd, not, at least not at the time. So maybe we should have had saw that. Maybe that would have avoided him running into Margarito. I think he got Antonio Margarito not too long after defeating Shane, and we seen how that turned out for him. So I would have been happier seeing Cotto versus Mosley too than to see Antonio Margarita. These dudes, a lot of these dudes, man, they get these opportunities that they shouldn't get. And then you find out who they really are and how they repay you, how they thank you is by cheating. It's crazy. We got to protect our fighters. And I'm going to speak about this too. That there's a lot of fighters. I'm very big on everybody getting the opportunity because everybody should be able to feed their family. But it's just some people that they don't deserve that opportunity. You can't beat somebody if you feel like you can't. Then hey, man, don't take the fight. Y'all saying this. Even if I think a lot of y'all take these fights because y'all worrying about fans and the media calling y'all a duck and how y'all avoid, so y'all want to feel like you're proving something, but you're cheating by just going out there putting stuff in your system and making it look like you're doing this on your own. You're not doing it on your own. You have help, and it's called steroids. Or you mess with the paddings in your glove. Y'all know what it is. There's no padding in the gloves, but that's another story. This is not about that. But this Cotto and Mosley, as I'm watching each round, and I'm finally saying to myself, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that again. I just wish that fight would have been now. I didn't pay attention to it. See, back then I was a boxing fan, but I'm not the boxing fan that I am today, where a lot of shit back then that didn't make sense then made sense to me now. So now I understand. But if we could have got a part two, I would have loved it. Because it sure would have been better than seeing Miguel Cotto versus Antonio Margarita, that damn cheat. See where it got him. And it didn't happen. Miguel Cotto was always one of my favorite fighters. Still to this day, him and Shane, definitely, rather if they would have fought each other or not, were definitely on my top 25. I've never got to see Shane fight in person, but I had the honor and pleasure of seeing Miguel Cotto fight 3 times in my life. I got to see him fight against Zab Judah. I got to see him fight after he came off the Margarito loss. Y'all remember when he made that return to the Garden? I forgot the guy he fought. When he made his return, I got to see him, and then his last fight against Saddam Ali in December of 2017, I got to see him. And I didn't know that was going to be his farewell fight. That was the farewell fight, so I was honored and pleased to be able to be a part of that. And hopefully one day I'll get to meet Shane. Maybe one day I'll get to get him on the show. One day maybe I'll get to get Cotto on the show. I'm gonna reach out, and when I do that, y'all gotta come through here. If I ever get Miguel Cotto over here, y'all gotta come through, because it's gonna be epic, and I'm going to work on it. If I got to talk to his peoples so they could talk to his peoples, I'm gonna make it happen. But the styles, I don't want to say they didn't match up. Cotto just did a little more to get the judges' attention. But the fight could have went either way. Um, Hold on, what the hell's going on here? I'm seeing y'all 1 minute, then I'm not. Okay, all right. I see y'all now. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here, y'all. Sometimes my YouTube tends to. Okay, all right. So, but as I'm sitting there, and I was just having a moment of just reminding myself how boxing was 17, 18 years ago. Totally different from what you see today. I found the full fight on YouTube. Now I gotta rewatch it. Yo, yeah, yeah, Angie. The fight is very good, man. Cotto versus Mosley is it's great. It's great. Um, it was that good where, like I said, they could have came back and did it a second time. Hell, the second fight could have been in Puerto Rico. Hell, the second fight could have been in Atlantic City. Do you know that a Cotto and Mosley would have sold out in Atlantic City? He's performed in Atlantic City before, so it definitely would have been great. I would have loved to see Mosley get a second payday. At least we know he didn't cheat. Just saying, not in, at least not for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know much about the De La Hoya and Mosley. I just go by what I hear, and I don't like to assume anything. I don't like to accuse anybody of anything. I mean, when the proof is there, the proof is there. So that one I tend not to touch too much. Um, if y'all haven't seen Cotto versus we'll put it this way: if you haven't seen a lot of these throwback fights that we talk about, go check them out. Rather it be Showtime or HBO. HBO has a lot of them. Go back and see these. And usually I don't do throwback Thursday. Today wasn't a throwback. It was, I mean, it's a throwback, but it was more of a classic because, like I said, tomorrow makes 18 years. My son just turned 18 today, and I'm like, this is crazy. When this fight happened, I was in the hospital holding my son. I was in the NICU holding him. And then I was like, yo, I got to get home. I'm going to go home and watch this fight. Because, you know, in the NICU, you can always come whenever you know, whenever time. It was 24 hours. Let me go home and watch this fight. After the fight, I'm going right back to be with my baby boy, and that's what I did. Fights like Miguel Cotto and Shane Mosley and other fights I might mention remind me of why I am a fan today, or why I am a content creator, a podcaster, a blogger, a journalist, whatever you want to call it. It's why it's so hard for me to walk away because of fights like that and fights that have happened 25 years before them. So even though those are the good old days and those days won't come back, I don't discredit what we have been seeing because we've been having some fights in this century that in 10, 15, 20 years from now, we're going to call them legendary. Fights that we just won't ever, ever, ever forget. Each round that I looked at in this Cotto and Mosley, and I realized that there was times where, you know, Mosley was trying to keep up with Cotto and what he was doing. But not only Cotto was fast, Cotto could punch. And I'm sure Cotto knows that, hey, Shane, hey, he's an older gentleman, but he could punch. And Shane has a little more speed in him. Yeah, Wiz, I talked about that earlier. I talked about that yesterday. I'm not on that today. I'm not on that today. I talked about that already. I'm done with the Lubin and I'm done with the Lubin and Ortiz. Today I'm showing my respects to Cotto and Mosley. Tomorrow makes 18 years since they battle. I'm done. Now we're going to be moving on to Chris Eubanks and Conor Ben. That's how it works. One fight ends, I move on to the next. I'm not the guy who goes 4 or 5 days. I don't go 4 or 5 days talking about the same fight. I like to move on. You know what I mean? What happened, happens. It doesn't disappoint me because I'm not getting no money from these fighters. I'm not working in their corners. I'm not part of their team. So I don't get disappointed. Whatever happens, just happens. It's part of the sport. You got to expect the unexpected in boxing. That's what makes boxing great. Because sometimes what we think is going to happen It doesn't happen. I just enjoy it. That's all I do. Cause I'm not getting no money from this at all from no one. But it was for me. I don't know if the fight, and then people go, well, what do you think would have happened if they would have fought 4 or 5 years prior? Would the same thing had happened to Shane? I don't know. You got to remember, Cotto just came in, I think, in 2000. So I don't know how early y'all would expect to happen. He came in 2000, and 7 years later, fought Shane. I think it happened at a great time. It happened at a great time. And, that was a big year for Cotto because he got two big wins. Two big wins. He got Zab earlier in June, and he got Mosley in November. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just talking this Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley. That's all. Just talking at 18 years tomorrow since this epic fight happened. Um, and it's crazy because come tomorrow, we're gonna be talking Matias. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do Conor Ben and Christian probably maybe tomorrow night, maybe this week. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's a lot going on right now. Um, so I know everybody's going to do the Virgil and Boots. I'm not going to really get on it until they get on it. Which means when I hear some negotiating, then maybe we could talk about it and see. I will stay tuned. I'm ready for it, so I will be tuned in for them. And like I said before, we got the Shakur Stevenson and Tiafimo. Well, I'm going to see what happens with that. So far, they said here in New York, July, what's that, 26th, 31st, whatever. Okay, we waiting. So it's a lot going on right now. I'm just taking my time with everything that's going on. I'm never just focusing on one fight. Not doing it. So that part, that's what we're doing right now. But we will definitely be on the Chris Banks and Conor Ben later on, probably before Friday. But it will definitely, Josh Sanders, what up? Ain't nothing wrong with Vay. It's just that her milk chocolate is melting. That's what's wrong with Vay. I told her to put her milk chocolate in the freezer. If she was in the refrigerator, if she'd have did it, she'd have been all right. Oh, Angie, I didn't know he was feeling. I didn't know he wasn't feeling better. I mean, I didn't know he was sick or not feeling good. Well, I hope you feel good, bro. Everybody protect themselves out here. Protect yourself out here. Oh yeah, well yeah, we know that, Vay. Definitely be careful talking to trolls. Definitely be careful with that. Definitely. I told y'all what I said to y'all earlier. I told y'all what I told y'all earlier. Yeah, well, that's what people do, babe. I told you that's what this is what they a troll job is to come in and act like they cool. Listen, their job is to come in and act like they cool, and as soon as you accept them, they come in making jokes, acting like they cool. As soon as you accept them, eventually they're gonna show you who they are. Oh, you just got back from the hospital? Well, man, I hope you're feeling better, man, and we'll pray for you over here, and you know what I mean, hold you down. Yeah, I mean, but anyway, yeah. So I'm not gonna be on here too long, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna even make an hour. I don't even know if I am because my brother TD Sports Talk Thomas will be going on at 7 p.m. He got an important one that he's doing, so I want to get over there. So we definitely gonna be over there. Yeah, that's what they do, Josh. You know that, Josh. You know already. You know already though. You're not new to this. It happens. It happens. It happens. I always tell y'all protect your space, your peace, and your surroundings. I keep telling y'all, Y'all ain't gotta listen to me though. I ain't gotta listen to me. So anyway, I can go on to watch Cotto and Mosley 10, 15, 20. And like I said, it's already an 18-year-old fight. 18 years already. And I'm hoping God keeps me around for 18 more years to be able to see that fight. Um, and a lot of fights back at that time. That's why for you to understand today's boxing, you got to go back. Not just 18 years, you got to go back some years, 40, 50 years sometime. Um, it makes perfect sense. 6:36 already. Sheesh. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. But I gave Shane some rounds, you know, about 2 or 3 maybe. Um, because he did do something. We're not gonna act like he got blasted. I think for the fifth, sixth, seventh round, Cotto had got that. And then it was just kind of like, you know, it was a back and forth thing with them. Josh good. Josh know he been around. He been around. They know I ain't got nothing for them, Vay. That's why when they come over here, I throw their ass out the door. They know I ain't got nothing for them. I'm sick of it. After what I just saw last night and what this morning, I told you what I saw this morning and what I've been seeing for the last couple days. I'm not doing it. No, ma'am. I won't do it. There's too much pisshead shit going on, and I won't be a part of it. If I have to stay here on my channel to get some feel good and keep from going to other people's channels because they constantly want to keep making their channels toxic and they like bringing the drama, I'll stay with my channel. I ain't got to go to nobody's. I'm not doing it though. I'm not doing it. If y'all comfortable with people coming and disturbing your channel, and because they're not disturbing you or they're not disrespecting you, you call them cool. Y'all want to keep bringing them around and don't expect me to come around. It's not happening. I'm not gonna shake and fake with nobody. There's a new year coming, and I'm about to be on my bullshit. Straight like that. So when nobody don't see me around, don't ask where you been. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm gonna protect my space, my peace, and my surroundings. Boxing, please. So um there's a couple other epic fights coming up. You know what? For this Thursday, I said it probably wasn't gonna be no throwback, but it might be because I forgot November 13th, if I'm not mistaken, November 13th of 1999, we had Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. Now, even though I think I talked about Holyfield before and I talked about Lennox Lewis before, but that was a battle right there that was crazy. And I believe that's not the first fight. That's actually the second one. So, I mean, but it's all right though. We'll get into that. November 13th, and I'm gonna make sure I got the date right. I believe that's my brother's birthday. So November 13th, 1999, Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield. So I'm gonna be touching on that too. Seafood, what up, Seafood? Seafood, not tomorrow because there's too much going on. So maybe not tomorrow, but at some point, maybe Friday, I'll be coming to see you. I got something for you. Yeah, I got something for you. So I have to come up to you. I pick Friday. Friday's a good day because Monday through Thursday, I'm all over. I need to come anyway before you be out the gym. I ain't got two shit. If I got two stacks, believe me, I wouldn't be sitting where I'm sitting now if I had two stacks. And I sure wouldn't be struggling to get my merch. Shit, two stacks. I'll be able to get whatever. I mean, I ain't struggling to get my merch. I'm getting shit together, but it will be moving much faster if I'm walking around with that kind of bread. Hell no. I probably wouldn't be sitting here now, not with 2 stacks. I'd be telling Tiff, you ain't going to work tomorrow. We're going to take a couple of these dollars and we're going to do something tonight. Go chill up in the hotel or something. Tay Tay, what's up? So yeah, for everybody who's maybe, new that haven't watched boxing, BVO, what's up? Everybody go subscribe to BVO Sports TV. Go glance at the Miguel Cotto versus Shane Mosley. Go glance at that. Tomorrow makes 18 years since that iconic fight on November 10th, 2007. Go watch it. And don't just go watch it, go study it. Definitely iconic. Just to think that, I came from, at that time, being 24 years old to being 42. That's a lot. That is definitely a blessing in disguise to come from that far. Smash that like button. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Nobody else is gonna get the people who don't like it is not gonna get the likes up. So I'm gonna need all my good people to get the likes up. Because everybody ain't gonna like what you do, but it's okay. It's cool. For the trolls, for the non-believers, that's cool. God bless y'all. Got no beef with y'all. Okay, well, hold on. What time is it? 6:42. This might be a short one, y'all. I might pull a 45-minute and get up off here because I wasn't trying to drag this live. It was just all about giving Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley their flowers and wishing that I could have saw it a second time. Um, but things happen. Um, Even back then, you weren't getting the fights that you wanted to get. What you say, Seafood? Even back then, you wasn't getting the fights that you wanted to get. So it's pretty understandable. Um, and it's even like that now, where um, some fights just never happen for whatever reason. That they never happen. Um, Boxing's always been in a world of its own, and to understand it is to actually be in it, um, study it, and know what you're talking about. So complaining about boxing doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Always having negative criticism, that doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. That doesn't make you a boxing fan. And like you said, Seafood, what we getting right now, I have no problem with it. I told you that before, so I'm not gonna say what I said in my other video. I got no issue with it. I pick and choose what it is that I want to watch or what I want to support. And it will always be like that for me. Because to be alive around these times when these fights were actually happening is amazing. You got that era where people was around for George Foreman and Michael Moore. Then you got that era that people was around um, for the Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler. Everybody has that era that they was, that they have that time when they was around that you can't forget that moment where you were like, I was there when that happened. I was there. Now you might not necessarily have pictures because it depends on whatever we're talking about, but you have memories, and I think that's all you need is the memories and the time that you were there. But to understand boxing, if you're doing what we do, content creators, if you reporters or whatever you want to call it, man, you gotta know the more than just the first and last name and what title a guy holds, where he's from, if he's married or single. Y'all be worrying about the wrong shit. It takes a lot more um, than just what you think you know. Even goes for me. Goes for me too, where it's like, hell, I don't know nothing about this, so I'ma fall back. But what I do know is this fight right here was needed. I'm glad it was made because then we would have been sitting around saying, what would the Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto fight would have been like if we would have never got it? But we got it. So we didn't get a part two. That would have been dope to get it, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. And you just move on from there. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we do on here, Josh. We all look out for each other. That's what people fail to realize. I was telling Miss Duck, I said, yo, I got some of the most amazing people, man. This is why when y'all come to the cookout, I can't wait to meet y'all, man. Except for D Free. I just took back his invite today, so y'all won't see him next year. Don't ask me why. Y'all gotta talk to him about it. So D Free will not be there next year again, because he done fucked up this time. So he won't be there. So sorry, y'all. I know. Don't be mad at me. It wasn't me this time. It was all him. All him. But we continue to grow in the sport. We just continue to elevate. We continue to just learn different things. All of us, man. And this is why, yeah, you know what? Because, well, Vay, I love D Free. And there's a time to play and there's a time not to play. Free can't keep going around telling people I'm Earl Spence baby mama. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep saying that I got titties and all. You can't be telling people I'm Earl Spence baby mama. That's just not cool. I don't appreciate him doing that. I don't appreciate him talking about my stomach, making fun of how much food I eat. I don't appreciate him doing that. See, there you go, Vay. Now you want to laugh. You want to entertain the bullshit, Vay. This is why I don't be want to tell you nothing, Vay. As soon as I tell you, you go laughing. Not cool, Vay. I'm about to revoke your damn invite too. Oh hell! Now you got Josh going. Oh hell! You know what? I don't need this from y'all. Not today. He be trolling. That's my brother, man. I love him. You crazy? I'll never take back no invite for him. That's my brother. Love D Free, man. That's my brother. I'll never do that, man. Never, never, never. Shit. Hey, listen. I know Angie, when I met my wife, she had all the damn stomach. And I took all of it. I took all of it. The thing about, what's so crazy? You got to know that you got to know what you love and who you love. If you ever love something, don't ever let somebody try to tell you what you shouldn't, who you shouldn't be with and all that. You know what I mean? And nah, that ain't cool. If you love something and you know what you love and you know you want it, go for it. Go for it. Cause I know I love my wife. I don't give two Chinese flying fucks. I love my wife. I'm a lover to the day we get the hell up out of here. Yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. That's my man's in them, man. I love him. I love his family, and I haven't even met all of them. I just met his wife and his grandson. I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of them. Hopefully, he comes up here. He has a whole. He got a couple family members with him. You know what I'm saying? It's all about us coming together and just enjoying ourselves, man, and having a good time. See, my relationship to y'all is not based on boxing. It's just based on being a good person because it's deeper than boxing. Oh, you will, Angie. Soon as you learn to as long as you put the weapons away, Angie. Because I swear, Angie, every time I see you, you look like you carrying something on you. Every time I see a picture, not a picture, but when I see a video you smiling, I go, man, it's something about Angie I don't trust, man. I swear, Angie, you look like you carry razors in your hair. You look like you carry some mace on you. So when your ex try to run up on you, you light his ass up. I don't know. It's something about you, Angie. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know, though. Look like you keep razors in your boots. You keep razors in your boots. I don't. You look like I don't know, yo. You look like the type that'll be dressed. You look like the type that'll be dressed outside, sexy. And as soon as you see a chick you don't like, you go upstairs and come back down with sweatpants on and boots and your hair wrapped up in Vaseline. Nah, I'm not. Nah, no, Angie, I ain't going for that. Whatever dude get with you, if he violate, I feel sorry for dude. Feel sorry for dude, man. He better be on his best behavior dealing with you, man. Because if not, he can't come over here to the podcast crying to me about you. I'm gonna tell him you coming to the wrong place, homie. We her people. Therefore, we can't help you. Right or wrong, we gonna ride with her. See, even when you wrong, right? I'm the type that I'll tell you how wrong you are, but I'm gonna tell you how wrong you are later on. Right then and there, we gotta ride together. So, any of my people that's in here that's a part of this family, even when y'all wrong, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I hope y'all let me know I'm wrong, but we gonna do that later, for real. But back to it. Y'all got me doing the damn chop up. Jesus Christ, messing with y'all. But yeah, Cotto, Mosley, great, epic. We're gonna get to a lot of more epic fights Thursday. I think I am going to cover the Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, the second fight that I believe that went down. That was November 13th of 1999. So I think we're gonna come back with that. We're gonna come back with that. That's the icing on the cake. I know we can't talk about the second one until we get on the first one, but we'll cover that one too. We'll cover the first fight leading into the second fight. But that's gonna be late Thursday, man. You know me. There probably won't be no morning chop up Thursday. It won't be too much this week. It'll be a little bit with just me making YouTube shorts and throwing it up. Y'all know me already when I get busy. Sometime if something don't happen, then y'all see me pop up. What the hell, Vay? What the hell going on with you, Vay? You over here having a moment? The hell wrong with you, Vay? Vay talking about somebody can get it? What the hell? Vay, what the hell you got going on here? Hey, don't turn my channel into no Sex in the City, Vay. I don't know what you got going on, but you can get up out of here with that, man. Lustin. Hey, look now. Damn it. Y'all need me to call Pedro and Pablo? Because you know Pedro and Pablo, they live right in the South Bronx. I can call them. It's an inside conversation. I bet it is. I bet y'all really want somebody inside y'all conversation. But I'm having the feeling it ain't the conversation. Y'all want somebody inside. But we going to save that for another day. We going to save that for another day. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Bless y'all souls. You poor, poor women. What's wrong with them, Josh? What's wrong with them, Josh? Seafood, you still in the building? Might get my man Seafood up here. We might talk. Yeah, but go watch that Cotto and Mosley, y'all. Yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all got time, sit back, go to YouTube, put up Shane Mosley versus Miguel Cotto. It's definitely worth sitting back. I think everybody who don't understand the game should do that versus people coming up, like I said earlier, and not having a clue of what they talking about. I don't want nobody to think that I was mad earlier because I wasn't mad. I'm passionate about when it comes to this boxing, but I get upset when people don't know what they talking about. I mean, that's the only thing with me. Well, at some point, babe, everybody gonna have to be careful. Everybody got to be careful. Everybody has to be careful because I'm not playing it. I'm not dealing with no truth. I'm. Listen, y'all think I'm playing? In a minute, y'all about to see my whole channel do a 360 or 360. I just reached out to another coach out here in New York. I'm going to be going to get up with him to do something with him. So, hey, man, we got work to do out here, man. Ain't nobody got time to play with these lonely ass trolls. These trolls are lonely. Seafood, you still here? Yo, Josh, I'm gonna start sending you the link, Josh. Word up. Start sending you the link. Have you come up here and kick it. I think my man Seafood got out of here. Gonna send him the link. I was definitely gonna send him the link, but it's all good. I don't feel like waiting until 7:05 to get off here because my man in about 3 minutes. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Damn, how is it 3 minutes to seven? But on here it's 50. It's 52 minutes. It should have been. It should have been where I only had, whatever. That's YouTube time for you. YouTube time is crazy. I'm gonna see if I can rock the 7:05. I can. It's 2 minutes to seven. I rock the 7:05. I can get that. I can get that in. But I want to say also too, off note, welcome home the wave, Max B. Welcome home, Max B. The wave is home. 16 years. Max B was locked down. Welcome home, Max. And I know after 16 years, people make mistakes, but you're home. You're back with your family. So 16 years, a lot has changed. So welcome home, the wave. Yes, sir. Yeah, he about to go live. I'm gonna catch him over there. I'm gonna catch him. While I'm catching him, I got some more people to reach out to because my channel's about to flood with interviews. I'm looking to go get more females. Start looking for some female coaches and you know what I'm saying, some more female fighters. So my page is about to flood. It's about to get real busy out here. But I mean busy. I mean super busy. Mostly me getting amateurs up here. That's what I'm gonna be going for. But tomorrow we at the Barclays Center. Woo! Oh yeah, your channel is definitely the put. The problem is, Vay, is it is a place for peace, but we have to make sure that we protect that too at the same time. Just because we don't want to tell people, come over, come over, come over, and then when they come, they walk into it and they go, "What the hell is this?" But this is why I always tell you guys to protect your space, your peace, and your surroundings. It's definitely a channel of peace. Your channel is very great. We just got to keep morons off. Oh yeah, Vay is always going to be chilling here, Vay, because I don't play that. I don't play that, Vay. I can't throw links out for people to think they're gonna come and want to play with themselves backstage and be disrespectful and say disrespectful stuff. I'm just not going to have it. So I'm going to protect it as much as I can. And there's gonna be people who don't like that, Ray. They're gonna say I don't like his channel, it's whack, because I can't come up there to I can't go up there to say what I want to say. I can't show my private part. I can't diss people. If I go in the comments, his people in the his moderators are gonna get me out of there. So this ain't the channel for me to come to for me to be me. Yeah, exactly. It's not, and it never will, because it was never for you. I'm gonna protect mine, and I'm gonna make sure y'all are okay. I'm gonna make sure y'all okay. Yo, Ray, I'm trying to tell you, you got to, baby girl, because these dudes is like these people are, and it ain't just the dudes. I see some of the ladies. There's like one or two ladies is out there that's just doing too much. People really be doing too much, man. They be mad. Jealousy is crazy. Jealousy is at an all-time high. Here it is. I'm trying to make it and survive, and you hating on me for what? What do I got that pisses you off? What do I got that ruffles your feathers? And majority of them don't have no channel, but they spend time hating. That's what you deal with, man. That's why I come up here and talk boxing. That's why I have the morning chop ups. That's why I do a lot of different things, man. I'm over here building, making my channel better, making it better today than what it was yesterday, man. I ain't got time for none of that shit, bro. This is gonna be peaceful when y'all come over here. We're not playing them type of games. You come over here with any nonsense, your ass is up out of here. I don't care who you are. We talk boxing. We could talk rap. We could talk movies. We could talk about what's going on in the world. But it doesn't matter if it's sports or whatever it is. One thing is gonna be over here is peaceful. Yeah, I saw. I saw. I thought that was real whack and real lame. But that's the type of people we deal with. We got a lot of whack, insane people that just don't have nothing better to do. And I'm telling y'all, as the time go on, it's only gonna get worse on here. But just because it's gonna get worse, that doesn't mean you have to be a part of it. You don't have to be. Separate yourself from that nonsense. Separate yourself from it. That's all. Separate it. When you separate, when you stop doing things the way you used to, you're not putting your link in the chat like that. And you gotta now people have to, because once you put the link in the chat, even though you don't have to let people on, but they still able to come to the back and talk nonsense. Now you having to check them and correct them, or every time you look, they saying something disrespectful about you. How you avoid that is not even to put the link in the chat. Send it to who you need to send it to through their email, their Facebook Messenger, or their Instagram. I know that's a lot. That's a lot to do. It's a lot to do, but I do it all the time. I do it all the time. And believe me, when I don't want to do all that, I come over here because on StreamYard, I got to do it that way, right? But when I don't want to do it that way, man, I come over here. But either way, you ain't getting no link to here. You ain't getting no link to here. You can curse me out, tell me how whack my channel is. I don't give two Chinese flying fucks. Bet you won't get on here though. So you can go make 10, 15, 20 accounts. Thank you for your support. Your support. Smash the like button. Get up out of here. I can care less. Nobody ain't got time for these people. Yeah, that's cool. I ain't mad, bro. I don't worry about these people. These people don't feed me. They don't send no cash apps. They don't send no PayPals. They don't send no Zelle. I don't worry about these people. They don't do nothing for me. They barely could do for themselves. That's why they on social media crashing out, taking it out on other people. They could barely do for themselves. Huh? They wives are out. They wives are out cheating with the same man that they hired to cut their grass. It's over for a lot of them, man. In a minute, they're about to be on some call Tyrone type shit. Because that's what they need to do. Call Tyrone and tell him to come on and help you get your shit. Oh, he did? Yeah, well, that's what they do, babe. On to the next. They start finding channels one by one. One by one. That's what you do, Josh. You tell them to call Tyrone and tell him come on and help you get your shit. Yeah, man. Call Tyrone and tell him to come on and help you get your shit. Get your shit and get up out of my channel. How about that? We go, I'm telling you, into 2026, I want y'all to carry that with y'all. Call Tyrone. Tell him to call Tyrone. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all gonna need to call Tyrone. Yeah, they are, Vay. And that's what they always will be. They will always be that. So when they all right, I'm gonna be careful what I say. But when the little people that they produce come out like that, they wonder why. It's because it's because they're their way. They love that song, yeah. Well, we're gonna make it popular on YouTube. Because that's what some of these dudes need to do. They need to call Tyrone and tell him come on and help them get their shit. Get out of here, because you don't serve no purpose on these YouTube streets. Like I told you that earlier. I don't care, boy. I'm gonna protect my space, my peace, and my surroundings, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys are never violated when you come over here. It's that simple. So let the trolls troll. All you got to do is press that block button, and when people start seeing how your channel is changed because you're not putting the link in, and they can't get to you as much as they want to, because I block somebody. I try not to block people like that, but that's what the moderators are there for. But the thing is, we don't block disrespect. I mean, excuse me, we don't block criticism. We block disrespect. So if I'm at your channel, somebody definitely gonna get it. Yeah, but you definitely can't use my phone. No, you can't use my phone, because when they do that, they're gonna call somebody else and go, "Oh my God, you know what they did? This bitch blocked me from her channel." Oh, 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 oh. I go make another account. Oh, 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 oh. That's what they gonna do. So they sit up every night in the basement with a wife beater on. I told you they sit in the basement with a wife beater on, with tight ass glasses and boxers on, with some slippers in the nightlight on a laptop, looking at us, being weird, huh? That's what they doing. It's crazy. Make it make sense. It is what it is, man. But once again, 18 years tomorrow, Miguel Cotto versus Sugar Shane Mosley. An iconic bout. A great welterweight bout. And we're gonna have more to come and talk about. Pay attention this week because I'm on fire. Yeah, call them, but you can't use my phone. That's what y'all dudes gonna find yourselves in. Y'all keep on. Y'all gonna find yourselves in a call Tyrone situation. A lot of y'all just need to get your shit and get the fuck off YouTube. That's what you need to do. Get out of here. We don't want you here. Y'all causing a distraction. Y'all causing a major distraction. Just get out of here. Call them, but you can't use my phone. Oh man, y'all not gonna like me in 2026. And guess what? I don't give two Chinese flying. Yeah, you know what it is. Tomorrow there will be no morning chop ups because I'm going to the Barclay Center and I need to be there at a certain time. So no morning chop ups tomorrow. What I will hit you guys with is a YouTube short where I'm saying good morning to y'all. I might give y'all the word of the day. That's how I will keep up with y'all. I'll do some recording in the Barclay. I won't go live because it never comes out good. Doing live stuff, it always seems to glinch. I'm gonna try to see if I can go live. Going live kind of kills it. It eats the battery up, but I'm gonna try to see if I could do my part, so y'all could be a part of what I'm doing. That's how I will make it up. But regardless if I'm there going live or not, you guys will still see me tomorrow noon 6:05, and we'll be back again to talk some boxing. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button at all times. Y'all know me. The three things I always need y'all to do is to protect your space. Excuse me. Protect your space, your peace, and your surroundings. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll check y'all tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.